Hey, Matt, the Helpful Home Inspector here. As a licensed home inspector, certified master inspector here in southeastern Wisconsin. Since 2011, I've inspected over 5,000 homes. And the series that we're bringing you here is a series of short 2 to 3 minute videos about 10 defects that I think you should know. So when it comes to asbestos in your home, it could be in your home in a number of different ways. It could be in your flooring, it could be in your siding, it could be in your roofing, it could be as a pipe wrap in your basement. The two most common places you're going to find it is in the form of insulation in your attic or as a flooring material that was used back in the 60s and 70s. So as far as the asbestos flooring goes, it would be a 9x9 tile. On the bottom of that card that you have, we'll put a picture of that up here for you. The bottom of that card is going to have what those tiles might look like. They're generally going to measure 9x9, and the insulation is the picture right above that on the card, which would be a zonolite or vermiculite type of insulation. This insulation and this flooring almost always is going to contain some level of asbestos. Now, asbestos, when we talk about its harmful effects, asbestos is really only harmful when you inhale it into your lungs, and those little fibrous materials gather and get stuck in your lung tissue and can result in malignant cancer. When it comes to your average home, you're not going to be breathing in that type of dust. Now, if you were to go and disturb, say, asbestos insulation, well, now that dust is present, and you're going to breathe in a small amount of it. But usually, when they're talking about mesothelioma and lung cancer, they're talking about long-term exposure to this asbestos dust, not just short, momentary exposure. But as far as asbestos goes, it can be easily dealt with in two ways. One, it could be removed professionally, which is very expensive, or two, you could encapsulate it. You can remove it yourself if you want, but you do need to make sure you take special precautions when removing it. And as far as those precautions, you'd be looking at respirator and keeping the material damp or moist to keep the dust down. Now, as far as the asbestos in a real estate transaction, you should know that in most cases, asbestos will not be listed as a general defect to the home unless there is a great risk to the homeowner that there would be a kind of a powder or dust of this asbestos generated. And if you have asbestos siding, the home inspector may not list it as a defect. They may just say encapsulate it. However, if you had asbestos in your ductwork, that's a different story. Now, that asbestos ductwork is going to blow over that asbestos all the time, and that asbestos dust could get blown throughout the house. If you had some asbestos pipe wrapping, it may not be listed as a defect because it's not harmful to you unless it's made into a dust. When it comes to talking about these defects, folks, always keep in mind there is no such thing as a perfect house. And if you try to chase it, it'd be the same as hunting for Bigfoot. We got to keep things real and understand that there's going to be things at the home that will require maintenance and upkeep. If you would like to learn more about how to take care of your home, search out the Helpful Home Inspector on all your social medias. And remember, the better you take care of your house, the better it will take care of you.